center. Wants to get a second reset after a touch. Oh, and CRR, he's there for some reason. Love that. Absolutely love the pre-jump. CRR wants to flick it on, fakes it instead. Compact to the side, gets the save. More opportunities for Ninjas in Pyjamas to score their fourth. They probably won't need it. They'll still be frustrated they've not taken it just yet as Day Shift comes in against Jorias. Do we get a 50-50 the Fool's Whip's way?
They just need a goal to open the floodgates here with. Well, maybe not the floodgates.
I was going to say, if the floodgates are opening, I would be astounded and happy.
maybe just like a
drop of water.
Yeah, just to build on, because right now still there's been a clean sheet. Ninjas in Pyjamas 3-0 as the ball's pitched down the other end as Day Shift have a chance. He's not quite far enough up to get around it. Still off the corner, pre-jump. He's actually faked one. Really trying to keep it close. Very awkward for Ninjas in Pyjamas, but Matt has popped it over his teammate.
Right, he's going to come in. 30 seconds left. It's going to be 2-0 in the series to Ninjas in Pyjamas, and it's going to be 4-0 in the game as well. More insult to more injury, 4-0.
Yeah, right now we're just seeing a team that is a tier above, a level above, perhaps 2 levels above. We'll find out in the next couple of games if Whip can turn this around, but so far it has been a flawless game, a flawless series for NIP.
I mean, yeah, we're talking as if, you know, this is easy for NIP. As Compact comes in and almost gets that first goal for WIP, but plenty of times we've seen a team like NIP come up against a team like Whip and on the day underperform, lose, you know, catch a team in a hot streak, let a team build themselves into a hot streak. And Ninjas in Pyjamas are playing ruthlessly. Until Matt, it's the post! Who are taking a timeout, an extra minute to sort things through and try and build on all that momentum.
Yeah, the refs called timeout Whip and Matt's responded yes.
I don't know who he's talking to.
just to double confirm that they really do want the timeout, even though they scored the last goal of the game. And looking at the stats, I mean, they had 11 shots to 13. Yeah, it's another game, Cole, where the stats don't look too bad.
It's very weird. Rarely have I seen such a chasm between what the stats are saying and what we're actually seeing on the pitch. Do you know what I mean? I reckon this is D-Rex sort of hacking into the system and trying to make it a bit more interesting. But yeah, I mean, they've got themselves their goal, and now they have some time to discuss that. Are there obvious things that they can improve that will at least make this more competitive?
Yeah, then it's spread out a little bit, and I mentioned it before, just respecting them. When you're getting boost starved and boost is at a premium, you can't just be wasting it going up for half chances. You got to be really sure of yourself and making sure that when you are going, it's the percentages are in your favor rather than just it just kind of feels like when they're in net, Cole, when they're defending, they're like, oh well, let's just see what happens. I'm just going to go up and then just well, obviously they're not going to win the touch because they're not quick enough to the ball. So I think they've got to really secure those corner boosts, secure their pads in defense, and just play with a bit more patience. When you have a team like Ninjas in Pyjamas, they can overcommit. CRR is kind of insane on the pitch. You know, I feel like he can do some crazy things, but they can as well give you some free goals down the other end if you're ready to strike when it happens.
Yeah, in all the best ways, CRR is insane. He's so aggressive, so attacking, and also so wild. He's not a player that you want on the pitch when you're holding on to a 1-0 lead against a good team with 25 seconds left. But that is not the way Ninjas in Pyjamas play their Rocket League. And as CJ says, WIP, they have a chance to maybe make the most of that. Maybe sit back and strike back. I understand why. You know, they're coming onto this mainstream. They want to show what they can do. They're trying not to be outpaced and out-aggressed, but maybe need to take it back down just half a step or two, ease into a game, make sure it's still 0-0 with a couple of minutes left or so.
Yeah, and it's all about kind of building up into your offense. As a lot of the times we see those shots coming through where, you know, we mentioned the scoreboard looking similar, but it's kind of they're throwing a shot on net, then they're having to get back into defense. They're not able to sustain the pressure because they haven't built the ball up together. They haven't found boosts. It's just one person going up, the other two scrambling back. So they really need to work as a team, work the ball up the field together, try and build some offense against this Ninjas team. But they have got their first goal on the board. So let's see if that timeout even, you know, pushes the momentum in their favour even further.
Well, another top 6 currently beckons for Ninjas in Pyjamas if they can get these last couple of games that they require from this opening series of the day. But Compact and WIP have had the better of Game 3 at the start. They're actually having to sustain pressure. 2 players happy to sit back, wait, take their moments, use their boost. Compact's coming in, wants to get the bump on it, gets the bump on it. Jurius gets the block for now. Day shift into the corner. Here comes Matt. Just like that, it's 1-0 WIP.
Matt, just like that, and if he missed that, it would have been disaster, but perfect play. There it is, the 3-man offense with the demo. They force a double commit on the near post, create the open net, and that's going to be the easiest goal Matt will ever score in his life, I reckon. An absolute dribbler. What a start, what a timeout.
Well, here he is on the side as well. I was wondering if he was hoping that Dayshift would get a ceiling pinch from that one, but instead, Dayshift in the end gets a floor pinch. Matt doesn't know with the ball, gets it to Compact, and that's 2. What a turnaround.
What is happening? And look, we might have been, you know, putting a little bit of mayo on that last goal to lose the game anyway in previous game, but momentum is a funny thing, and just seeing the ball, you know, as a player, Cole, seeing the ball go in the back of the net, sometimes you just need to see it. You need to visualize it, and it can turn the game around. It can turn the series on its head. So far, 2-0 lead, perfect start.
Well, Nip, suddenly all the questions are turned towards you. Oli's coming in, can't quite get this double tap. Jory is going to slam this ball home. Dayshift misses his touch, but Matt's backing him up. And look how deep the Ninjas in Pyjamas players have been forced. In the first couple of games, and have had at least a second man there able to keep that one going. But now Whip have a bit of fight of their own. Whip have to be respected by Ninjas in Pyjamas, and Nip aren't quite as far forwards.
The chances that, yeah, as you mentioned, expect CRR to be downfield, and they're just finding it, little avenues out. Jory's having to back up. He's putting that thing in reverse. They could be in a bit of trouble here. Jory needs to get back off the goal line. He does make the save, but getting caught out of position is Nip. And I tell you what, if the floodgates aren't fully open, they're at least 80%. This Whip team is airborne right now.
They're going to keep on going as well. Jory, though, does have some pitch to himself, but can't get the touch. And the ball falls back into Whip control. Dayshift gets one demo, chases down CRR, goes for him, almost gets him, but makes it so difficult for CRR to make that defense. Matt's time now, and it doesn't seem to me like Whip have upped the pace. You know, sometimes you see a player come out, or a team come out in absolute goblin mode and attack everything. That's not what they're doing. If anything, it's the opposite. It's more solid, it's more safe, it's more secure, and it's less silly.
And the slower they play, they force the likes of a CRR who wants to play quick. You can't play quick against players that are going to fake, sit there, not do anything, but well, apparently you can. He's on the ball right now and nearly create a solid play of his own, but you can see reinforcements arriving. Dayshift, the only man with the 100 boost, has to come up huge. He went early, but the pre-flip completely saved him. I can see you breathing a sigh of relief as well. You saw how awkward that was for Whip, but they are coming up with the goods for now. Ninjas in Pyjamas still pushing, but the touch is being made when they need to be.
Yeah, I feel like that was Dayshift who could have stayed grounded just that split second longer on his own backboard. Instead he jumped and made it pretty scary, but who am I to question it, because it worked, and that is an awkward touch. Zero's coming in, must score, does score, Nip back in.
Yeah, and there's the overcommit. There's the patience that we wanted to see from them just go away for now, and it's just Matt has to back up, has to realise off that demo that it's not his time to go. I mean, he overcommits there, there's no one in there. Dayshift left a sitting duck. It was still a great shot, but that was the game 1 and game 2 Whip that we saw right there. It's just biting off a little bit too much.
Compact doesn't quite land his flip reset, but Dayshift is going to come in. That's much better cutting from Dayshift and attack this time, as opposed to the defensive one that didn't quite work. Compact has to watch this one hit his backboard and be very weary where that ball's going to end up, but it's more decent defending there from Whip. CRR is up, Jory is beneath him. Ninjas in Pyjamas. They've still got 100 seconds to play with, so not quite rushing just yet, but if Whip can survive the next 40 or so, then maybe Nip will get a little bit spooked.
Yeah, they've still got to defend here, and Whip have to hold their poise and just stay focused, stay locked in defense, because you know the Ninjas in Pyjamas are going to be pushing forward. There's the shot.
Oh, it's awkward.
Compact Somebody help him. It's Matt. Could have been 2-2, keeping it alive, but this is going to be a scary final 30 seconds or 70 seconds.
Brilliant. It was brilliant from Dayshift with the demo on CRR as well. CRR was about to strike. Dayshift took him out of the game. Whip still survived. Dayshift looking for more bumps. They've certainly seen that it can be targeted individually. CRR, though, wants to get the angle. Can't quite do it. Dayshift again cuts in. This guy is really starting to pull the strings here for Whip. He is the player, it seems, that their fortunes rest on.
And he's had to go back corner for boost for now. Matt's going to force the pop over the top. Anybody here? The demo was huge. CRR, the danger man from Ninjas in Pajamas being removed. The bump lands as well, but Dayshift just knocks the ball to the side. They don't need to overcommit. They are up a goal. They probably need to remember that. If they do have a coach, somebody tell them. Please don't overcommit. Just relax. 30 seconds left. Time's running out for the Ninjas.
Only coming forward. He's got no boost, though, but he does fake out one of them. I think it was Matt. He goes flying, but the ball ends up falling towards Jorias. Whip so close to their first game in this best of 7. Some of their first best of 7s in the RLCS. Can they see it over the line with 10 left?
10 seconds. Jorias, does he get the last chance? No, Dayshift just has to keep the ball in. Everyone else has to just batten down the hatches. They the shot. Oh, he's headbutted the post. It's absolute disaster for Ninjas, and they do get their first game in on the board. They were completely out of the series in the first two. The timeout enormous, and they're back.
Mate, Dayshift, the Flying Deutschman, is absolutely causing chaos this game. Chasing everything, cutting in everywhere. Awkward touches all round, but it worked incredibly well for his team. And we just get a slice of the WIP pie. You know, we get to see what they're all about for the first time this series.
It's tasty as well. This is much better than we saw. Maybe they were listening to us. They took offense to the fact we said they were a level or two below the Ninjas in Pajamas, because that game was way better. They looked calm. They looked confident. They were slowing the ball down. They weren't getting sucked into the pace that Ninjas wanted to play at, Cole, and they looked like a completely different team.
So they can continue this march forwards, this huge improvements that they made in that last game. Ninjas in Pajamas, I mean, they're still in gear 2. Don't get us wrong. You know, we're not suddenly saying that NIP are living on the edge. It's a best of 7.
It's over.
Okay, wow. CJ's calling it. To who? Who's won? What, to Whip?
Oh, this is Whip. I'm on board. I'm liking what I'm seeing from them. This is fantastic. I think that they've locked in. They've just found a different... they've found 3 different players, I think, from the first 2 games. That's all I can say. Or the timeout was just ridiculously effective.
I mean, yeah, you asked if they've got a coach. If they do, give that man a raise. For sure. Well, okay. We've seen what Whip are all about. Let's see if NIP can swing the pendulum right back. CRR has an early chance for a shot and a goal. Oh, I didn't know.
I'm off them.
Not impressed.
They're back.
Not impressed.
This is game 1 and game 2 Whip all over again. Just no one watching there. Where is Matt going? He's front post. He's turned around with 0 boost, and he's ended up facing backwards. Someone give that guy a map. He's completely lost 11 seconds in, and they need another timeout. Can we get another one?
I think, yeah, that's fair. Timeout after every single game. All Whip need is the extra minute to clear their nerves. I mean, NIP might be angry now. That is my worry. They're like, oh, that was going to be our perfect sweep. This is going to be our clean game. Now we want to score 7 against you.
Yeah, and this is where Whip can get a little jumpy. They still need to just hold their nerve. It's compact clearing to the side. Someone needs to just control this ball, take the speed out. Give their teammates time to get boost. Right now, George just keeping the ball in. You can see CRR just waiting. He just wants in. He loves attacking. They've gone again as Matt... Oh, you could see Matt thought about own goaling there. I know it was just me, but he definitely thought about it. Dayshift gets it across. George still keeping the ball in. 0 boost for everyone here, apart from Compact in net. In a lot of trouble.
Oh, they're both going up as well, and Jorias dunks him. Compact's taking himself out of the play completely. This is so much dominance right now from Ninjas in Pajamas. Probably the most dominant minute or so we've had from them. Because the orange team cannot get this ball out. Compact has to show his max just to be able to get the ball over the halfway line. So that's phase 1 done for Whip. They come straight back at them. Ninjas in Pajamas looking utterly dominant right now, CJ, and I cannot see how long Whip can hold out for.
Yeah, probably just about now.
Yeah,
I think it's over.
That'll be it. That'll be the one.
That was the perfect setup play coming through. Just so much time there for CRR to get to work. Caught it on the sidewall, Oli right there, and there's the finish. Jorias could just sit at the back post waiting for the magic to unfold, and That is an easy tap in. 2-0, 90 seconds gone. Does feel like the first couple of games all over again.
It does, but Whip can turn it around. Dayshift's already up. Compact has to get this ball to him. Dayshift is there, CRR. Big save, that was better there from the kickoff. Whip tried a few kickoff strats on almost paid off. Sort of play that they need, a set play or something a little bit special to get back into this game and really make a foothold in this series. Maybe that was going to sneak its way in though. Matt up against Oli, and Oli just about managed to scuttle back home. It was scary for a second there though for Nip.
Yeah, we talk about their offense a lot, but that was a ridiculous save from CRR. When you're facing a guy pre-jumping that still has a flip, he's pretty much got the entire net to shoot from, and you just have to guess. He gets right, top, left. Ooh. Where they wanted to go is sidewall scheme coming through. CRR doesn't make that one land, but this is where they want to play. They love just controlling the halfway line. You can see Oli as well, Joris following in, just filing in line and keeping this ball in the defensive half.
That was almost another own goal. Joris is going to finish it, but Compact booting the ball at his teammate. Watch this. Dayshift's there. Compact. Oh, maybe it wasn't. Okay. I thought that was going in before. I mean, it worked out as a perfect setup to Joris. Either way, 3-0 Nip.
Yeah, we need to ban Matt from that front. That just any post, he's just driven in there with 0-2, bumped Compact with 100, and watched the ball fly into the net. It's just the synergy that we saw in the first game, that was the first two games, should I say, that was really lacking in defense. You've got to be clinical when you're defending against Ninjas in Pajamas, because they're going to boost up you. You have to make the most of the pads that you do pick up.
Wow.
When you are wasting it like that, they can punish like just in transition, as we just saw.
Body touch there from Matt. Gets into the far corner. Oli up against Dayshift. Compact prods it past Joris, so Whip have a decent 15-second or so spell here. Compact can't do anything with this ball. It's so frustrating. You can't hit it backwards. Rocket League would be so much easier if you could, but sadly for Compact, you just can't.
Yeah, lovely touch from Oli. You can see Sarah cutting across, and Joris doing the smart thing, keeping it away from the incoming opponent. Keeping the ball in the possession of Ninjas in Pajamas. Oli just controlling it. You can see still the boost being stolen. I'd love to see the stats here. Ninjas in Pajamas are just rotating as they please. That is a little awkward. And see that still they're doing enough. Joris finds the clear, works it down the line. Dayshift resetting in his back corner is ambitious, but I do like seeing it. I wouldn't mind seeing more of it. Unfortunately, they're still 3-0 down.
Mate, Dayshift is my favourite German player already. I love the way he plays. You know, players that have got something a little bit different about them. Can he harness it and continue to improve is the question, but I'm a big fan of this debut, even though his team and him probably won't be too much the same based on how this one's gone so far. As Compact tees up Ninjas in Pajamas. I think it's just desperate touches right now from Whip, trying to get anything on the ball. I reckon this will be at least one more for Nip before the game is out.
I'll tell you what, they're making some insane saves. It's just a pity that they're 3 goals down. But the saves they're making as if they're 1 goal in the lead right now in the grand finals of a world championship. they're holding on for dear life, but still need to find a goal down the other end. This is honestly carbon copy of the first couple of games here. Ninjas in Pajamas just in so much control. They clearly didn't love the timeout, lost their way a bit, but this is about to be 4-0. What a shot coming through. This is what I'm talking about. It's ridiculous. It's just that they're, well, here's one more. Oh, no, not on target.
But yeah, don't take these guys to 1-0 up with 15 seconds left, because you will be left frustrated. Thankfully for Nip, as they get on at their own goal, they've got themselves a decent buffer, so if they don't make it 4, credit to Whip. And it won't be too disappointing for Ninjas in Pajamas, who are both wrong. We thought there'd be a 4. There wasn't. It's 3-0 Nip. And in games, it's 3-1.
And now I'm worried. I might have cursed them by saying that I'm fully on the Whip bandwagon, but it was all Nip. That was not the Game 3 Whip we saw. Yeah. Perhaps just the first 2 goals of Game 3 just knocked, you know, NIP off kilter a little bit, just knocked them off balance, and they didn't find their feet. But, I mean, you reset the level, you reset the pegging the next game at 0-0, and they are back in business.
I mean, in hindsight, you might have gone a bit big on the Whip train. The fact that you actually went into our sheet and changed your prediction to Whip mid-game, you know, that was maybe a bit much, but it's locked in now, CJ. So who knows? Maybe you'll end up winning it out and all of us will be wrong apart from you.
Didn't happen, can't change your prediction, but mentally I was on board the Whip train. Unfortunately, the Whip train has not left the station, which I thought it was. We're about to just, you know, be one of those bullet trains. Unfortunately, we're just an old steam train. We haven't put any coal in it. It's not going anywhere at the moment.
Hey, I'm not going anywhere, CJ. Don't you worry. Cole is staying right here with you till the end of this series, no matter how many more games it is. And we're going to have 3 more games if Whip are to take this series. Nip, we'll be hoping to finish up here in this beautiful Parisian map that we'll see. A new map online in the rotation as well. So here we go. Welcome. Oh, look at that. It's Blackpool Tower.
Look, it's what?
Nothing. One for the Brits there. I said it's Blackpool Tower. I made a silly joke. Move on.
You are. Can we call a timeout in the caster booth as well? Or do we